Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Tea Podcast. And I am Sammy Sosa, your host. And I am not alone. I have a guest today who has honored our invite. And obviously, we are at the Ifs Lounge in Babon. And if you haven't tried it out, please do come through. And in attribution for our Women's Month, we have Nomalungelo Dladla today.
Yes.
By the way, you look good, ma'am.
Thank you.
You look really
Thank
nice.
you so much.
The confidential Zaza.
You know, you gotta keep it on the low
You
low.
gotta try.
Child, nobody should see your eyes.
Right? No eye contact at all. So Nomalungelo Dladla has been, to me, someone that I feel is very relative when it comes to music in Swaziland. You know, I remember growing up, my grandparents would turn the volume a bit higher. Like Imiyalo.
Yeah.
Imiyalo, guys.
Grandparents.
And yeah, my grandparents, of course, because I mean, radio at that time was very prominent. I feel like it's gone down a bit with digital media, social media. And I just wanted to find out, how do you balance being an artist, being a songwriter, being an MC, motivational speaker, radio host?
Yeah.
How do you balance that in general?
I think this is something that we don't talk about as creatives, right? How to actually run yourself like a business, you know. You have to compartmentalize and be able to walk into the different compartments of what it is that you're working towards.
Yeah.
Right? So you are a business. You found a niche,
The brand.
right? So you found a product, right? The product is you, the essence of you, right? And your creative abilities, right? But in the grand scheme of things, this is a business. You have to run yourself like a business. Wake up at 8 o'clock, clock into work. And when you clock into work, you have like a system that you're trying to follow. What does the system entail? It has the sales department, the marketing department, the finance department, you know, distribution department, right? So you need to have a plan of how you're going to walk into those different spaces. Only then are you genuinely going to be able to then wear different hats and know how to run the separate businesses that you're generating multiple streams of income from.
Yeah, true.
You know.
Sorry, just to
I don't know if that makes sense, but like.
Sorry, just to ask.
It
So
does.
which of these bags is your favorite to do?
You know, the thing about having a favorite space is landing on your comfort zone. And I won't say I have a specific favorite one. When it's time to do admin, I want to do admin. When it's time to do my sales, I want to get in and go out there and be the most bubbliest salesperson, you know, wantable, you know, salesperson in the room, you know. And when it's time to be a creative, like I want to be in my house, I want to sit and write and cry and feel, you know. But you need to be mindful of being in your comfort zones to say, oh, this is my favorite one, so I'm just going to be around here for the longest time, you know. So now you're always in your house, always trying to just like get the emotions out of you, you know, and you forget there's other aspects of what it is that you do that need to be taken care of. Like you need to take care of this is taking care of business. This is the hustle, you know. So I listened today. I had a good friend of mine, Big Dreams, call me actually, and he's one of those friends that I find spiritual. They have a spiritual currency to them, you know. When you speak to them, they see you, and you're able to quickly edify, you know, like fix yourself. He's like, I see you're doing all these other things, but how often are you in studio with the band? Are you working on music? And he's like, you need to find a way to execute and finish. You finish the degree, you finish a diploma, you are a finisher. I know you can finish. So you need to find a way to start writing your songs and finishing. Like, and finishing is running it through the whole system. And I'm like, damn, that's deep. Okay,
true.
that's
so it was affirming
that's
to you.
some, you know,
do you feel like you
real,
needed it?
Yeah. And I love people who give criticism like that, you know, or give you perspective that will grow you. I try and
you're actually speaking about how you need to be able to put yourself into these different. You need to be there when you wear your different hats.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about the blow up of that song.
Which song?
Imiyalo.
Yeah.
And how far it took you. TV.
How do you think it blew up?
Because I was thinking, I was just a kid. I don't even recall how old I was, but I remember singing the song and thinking to myself, there's actually a Swazi artist who's out there. I can hear it on Metro FM, that's in South Africa. And then there's also remixes after that. And I won't say it's a very lengthy song, but it brought us back. We'd say, okay, we listen to Western music, we listen to hip hop, but this is very close to us. Especially considering that we are Swazis, we are African, we are very culture based. And we do forget to respect sometimes, into the system that we are, like capitalization and individualization as something that is part of us as we grow up. Did you see yourself moving from a singer to an MC to everything that's under your CV? Did you start? Was it a project at first that, okay, I'm going to start here and then I'm going to go there, or life just took you that way?
No, I did. I think, I grew up a tomboy and I was around boys. My band, full house of men, my production company at the time, my, Claiming Ground. I grew up around, men. And if there's one thing that we are taught as women is run like a girl. Right.
Yes.
Run like a girl. So run like a girl didn't exist with me because I didn't have the option.
In your circle,
in as much as I was working with them, I was in competition with them. Who's going to bring in the most money into this organization,
True.
So I genuinely never felt like I had the option to run like a girl. I felt as though I needed to run hard. Run.
I understand
run
that.
the furthest and go hard, So Imiyalo and what it became was not outside of anything that I wanted.
Okay.
Because boys are allowed to dream.
Yes.
They're just allowed to dream. Like they can decide, okay, this creative, but kusasa akubalansi kahle asengijime ngiyo-70 yabo asengijime ngiyoenda naku, you know what I mean?
True.
They're not, and asking from someone else is not it's not, they must get the job done, so it was not, I wasn't dragged here, I didn't land myself here, I was organized to get here.
With the help of who? Was it just
a lot?
Because I'm thinking about also what you're saying, like management. When you allocate your time, that this is what I'm focusing on. We need to do sales. We need to see the finance, the costs, of all of that. Who do you think was one of your biggest?
A lot
influences.
A lot. Like, if there's one thing that I am truly grateful for, it is the power of collaboration. When I was in Swaziland, I had Claiming Ground and they were solid, in terms of the vision to get all of us out of, all of us out with music, Bo Akona were there, Bo Vilimseni were there, Bo all of these people that we started off with. Notando was there. She used to back me. Judah was there. He was my backup singer and pianist at the same time. The people we wanted to carry out with the music, we did. We genuinely made sure were there, were supporting each other, were calling each other in for, collaborations and whatnot. And then when I went to Johannesburg, I think that's when I really started to understand the business behind music, because I was signed to exclusive management services. And that was a business that was managing Bomafiki Solo, you know,
That's really
all
nice.
of these big artists.
So also your network was...
So my network was genuinely just plugged in by that. You know, I got to work with Ringo, I got to work with Robbie Maling, I got to write for Kelly Kumalo, I got to,
really
you know,
nice.
work with DJ Spoo, I got to work with so many creatives because I was plugged in, you know. So collaboration is like king. It's king. It's like...
I was actually telling you just before we started that you're very humble.
Yeah.
And I feel like somehow that carries you. In the sense that sometimes when you meet someone, because people look up to you, even though you may feel like, okay, I've moved on, it's been 10 years, you're counting the years, but there's people that do look up to you.
Yeah.
And I think being humble is a key tool to carry with you. Because like you're saying, working with Kaylee Kumalo.
Yeah.
And I know now where you have your own impressions about how these people are. Yeah. But I think working with them really did so much for you. Under your portfolio,
I was working, dog. You know, there's no that in South Africa. There's like a portfolio of what it is that you can do.
Yes.
I'm a writer.
Yes.
Right? You can call me in to write a jingle. You can call me in to write your hook. You can call me in to write your... And also, I'm a singer. When you want that, you can come for that service.
Yes.
You know, so I would be called into studio. I never got to meet Kelly. I was never with her in studio. I met Zahara. That one I would hang out with. You know, Naima K. That one. Those were my friends. But the rest, it was just like... You know,
you just wrote and then that's it.
I'm just writing and leaving the song as I imagine it, and then people just pick from the portfolio of the songs I left, you know.
Growing up as a kid, do you feel like you always knew what you wanted to do?
I could always imagine myself being interviewed by Oprah. Like
oh my
in like the highest of like
dream girl.
Dreams.
Yes.
It was
Definitely.
I mean, the schools that we built, Oprah, it was really hard. But but you know, I knew it wasn't something that I could do from a place of... I had to be a spirit that carried influence, you know, and that platform to me meant there had to be a certain grace to how I become a creative.
How you carry yourself.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that, you know, I don't know how it's like to be a singer.
Yeah.
But obviously you probably started with poetry, writing just a bit of this and that. Yeah. Then how do you see yourself? How do you feel when you get into that space and you're like, okay, now I'm being a singer. Like I can actually sing. Did you sing when you were younger? Did you sing in the choir?
I did.
Did you sing in the choir too?
Like, let me tell you, like the weirdest thing that ever happened. The weirdest thing that ever happened. Like, I think I was 9. And the family didn't really think much of my... I think they did. They just never said anything.
Yeah.
Right? But I was always the loud kid singing in the house. Always. Right? So this one time we went to like church, you know, those retreats.
Yes.
Right? And in the middle of the night, I stood up and I started belting it. And the family, my mom Kulu was standing there because she was the one who was taking care of us at the time. She's like, she just stood up and she started crying. And I'm like, yeah, girl, because I got this. And it's the only thing I remember about like my childhood. And but I did. I had an alto, what do they call it, like solo?
Yes.
When I was in school, when we were singing church choir, not church choir, like choir, school choir.
Yes.
I knew I loved music, but I loved being a creative, right? I love words. I have a very beautiful relationship with words. I used to love reading the dictionary.
Oh,
it was
really?
just like
I was about to ask you, what were you reading the most at that time?
Like my favorite thing to do was sit down and read a dictionary. Like it was so weird. My cousin used to tease me about it all the time. Like, why are you just sitting there? Like, you know, I nekufundza isingisi ngichazwa ngila magama naloko
the
ukuthi
meaning
asho kuthini naloko ukuthi athi mase kadlala la lwimini adlale kanjani. And I think that is music. You know,
Yeah.
that is music to me.
That's so
You know.
interesting because I feel like your whole life has been it's been preparing you for where
Yeah.
you are right now
Yeah.
because you wear so many hats.
Yeah.
And when I was doing research, I was like, okay, what does Nomalungelo do actually now after that song? You
Yeah.
know? And I also saw that you're on radio.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find out like what's that show about? The drive time show.
Yeah.
From
The
4 to
Afternoon
6.
Escape.
Okay.
I mean, we wanted to just like come up with well, it was, you see, that one was kismet. It was something I had spoken to. I remember mentioning it to my partner at the time, like, I really want to do radio. Ngabalaleli bafana bamfa bami ne wangitshela ukuthi ufuna nje bangbo radio gogo. Do not ever
Radio
listen
Gogo.
to men, okay? I love y'all. Respect. Anyhow, he had said that to me, and I think it deflated my spirit at the time. But we just got like a random call, and the station was hosting South Africans, Likwala Kwala FM, for International Radio Day. So Lindelwa Mafa was like, okay, Saibos Noma, can you guys come together and just come up with like something
Content.
that
Yeah.
is a show that we can just, you know, play around with
Yeah.
on International Radio Day. And we did it. We came up with the Afternoon Escape. We wanted to bring like a vibrant freshness to, you know, the quality of listeners in Eswatini, you know,
Yes,
just fun,
understand
interesting, interactive, not only
Yes.
interactive between each other, but
True.
interactive with the listener as well. So
True.
we came up with the show. After the show, we got called back like, well, y'all are doing that again.
It worked out.
Yeah. Well, you guys need to keep doing
But
that.
it's also the drive time show is also a place where people can really come together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I was also on radio, and I feel like the drive time show is that show that everyone's looking forward to.
Yeah.
And they need people like you guys to have that show where you guys are always in the space of wanting to create something.
Yeah.
Because if you're just doing it for the fact that, okay, I'm Nomalungelo and this is what I do and this and that, you need to have the passion for it.
Yeah.
You know? And it's actually, it's not nice, you know, he said Radio Coco. No.
No, it
Doesn't make sense.
he actually referred to someone's name, you know, just like really just to dampen my spirit. Like,
yes.
and I'm not going to talk about it because those we love, we don't converse about.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
true.
So, moving swiftly along, I wanted to say, the one thing that I would want to focus on is it doesn't hit the same if you're not passionate. It just
That's
it doesn't hit the same.
True. Especially if
You
you're doing for
know,
numbers.
yeah.
Like I'm saying
Yeah.
status that this
Yeah.
is who I am. So
Yeah.
I add value and I'm only here to just do my job and get
Yeah.
the money out
Yeah.
of it. You don't create
Yeah,
value
you
at the end
don't.
of the
No,
day.
no,
You know?
no.
I'm also thinking about you being in studio with certain artists in South
Yeah.
Africa and thinking about someone who's in Swaziland and who's an artist. There's so many upcoming artists.
Yeah.
Different genres.
Yeah.
I was actually listening to the top 40 yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting to know that some of these songs I've heard, but you know, what advice would you give to an artist who's upcoming?
Are
when
we
it
already
comes
on
to-
the advice? Because like
I
that's
wanna
really
hear.
closing up the show.
I know, but I want to hear your opinion about it.
Are we done? Is
No.
this it?
Just that
Okay, no, 'cause, like, I'm
it's
thinking-
Salenda.
Okay, no.
Just that
It's Salenda.
No, we just arrived. No, we just
No, I just want to
Um,
hear like from your experience, because if I just ask for advice, you'll feel like Velestesia Vala, but that's
Yeah.
not it. I just want to also inform people that are watching this
Yeah.
that if you're an artist, guba nema rules and regulations
Yeah.
of how to handle yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been
Yeah.
in a space to
Yeah.
do that, and you're
Ooh,
there, you're present.
I
People
mean-
are not calling the shots for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, there's so much, hey. There's so much. Wait for the book. It's coming soon. Okay.
Oh, there's a book coming.
There's definitely a book
Can you
coming,
give us the
but,
title or?
it's not like it's really not done, but I'm trying to you know the movie Lucy,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh,
and
Lucy.
yeah, the movie
movie
Lucy.
Oh,
Lucy. You know the movie Lucy, right?
Yeah, I know it.
At the end, right? What's her name? Well, the actress who plays Lucy is giving Morgan Freeman like a flash drive.
A flash drive, yes.
Yeah, and he's like, so what's the purpose to life? And somewhere in that conversation, the realization for me is like, okay, cool. It's to pass on information. You can't stay with what God has given you.
True.
It's not yours.
True.
You must pass it on. Even the experiences, it must be passed on. So I think that's it for me. Like it's the only reason why I feel like I have to write a book, especially because a lot of artists in Eswatini are going to be not necessarily deprived, but are going to come through like savants, the ones who just don't go to school but have it.
That's
true. Like they just have
the talent is just
they
there.
just have it, you know.
True.
I want to leave them with at least tools, like just easy tools for them to navigate the space of like being a creative.
Yeah, true.
You know.
True. I actually think a few artists actually do that.
Yeah.
I do understand that there's a certain point in your life as a creative where you want to give back.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that you've been going through, and because I was thinking about in my royalties, do people even know about that? Do they know which platforms they can put their music at? How much do they network?
Yeah.
Also, how do you handle yourself when you're networking people, especially if you're a woman?
Yeah.
You know, there's times where you'll be taken advantage of.
I mean, we can talk about that.
Yes.
You know, because I mean, if I must, you know, have a conversation about it during Women's Month, it matters that we speak about it. Boundaries. Right, boundaries are so important. Not only us women, but
with everyone.
Very much men. You know, like if more men had more boundaries, we wouldn't be seeing such a messy world.
Yes.
But for us women, it's more of a life and death situation. You have to have boundaries, and you have to keep yourself away from trouble. Just stay out of danger's way.
Yeah, true.
So lapho khona ubona ukuthi okay lana, whether they promise you millions of rands, millions of emalangeni, thousands dollars, flying copters, if they put a hand on you, they spike your drink, they put you in a position that makes your spirit feel uncomfortable.
True.
Get out of harm's way.
I think also
stay
learning
out of harm's way.
to listen to yourself. Now, Diva would say, you know what?
Always stay out of harm's way.
There's so many. I think there's also so many secrets that are there when it comes to how women and men are in the music industry or in the media industry. So many people get to where they are because of taking advantage of a situation only to find out that you're playing yourself.
And it's weird because how a man navigates, they never have to think about like being violated. But you need to think about all of these things like marketing, sales, finance, creative, space, you know, and also think, am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? Am I going to be safe? Am I going to be safe? Is this person safe? Am I, you know?
Yeah,
so it really is the 21st century, not dilemma, but pandemic.
Yes.
When it comes to the female experience, because we're all just experiencing these bodies, you know. We are just spirits having a human experience, you know. We are experiencing this body, but we are spirits. So we must at some point relate from a perspective kuthi umuntu lo, so wena banebuntu kulo muntu lo.
True. That's so true.
Muntu lo.
I think that applies to everyone.
Yeah.
Can I just barge in a little bit? I wanna ask Nomalungelo in a situation whereby
because you Women's Month, ne?
Because you Women's Month. Actually, both of you guys can answer the question.
Yeah.
Because you guys are put in the creative space. In that creative space, it's mainly dominated by Emajid.
Yeah.
do you guys ever feel like you're being overlooked? Do you guys ever feel like you're being overlooked or you're being taken advantage of, or you get certain things because of privilege?
I mean, it swings both ways. It swings both ways. We've seen it, man. We've seen it. Like, you are going to get pretty privilege, and it sucks. It sucks for.
It sucks.
It sucks. It sucks.
I think
I think when you're grown enough to know, right, how everything is like working, because it's, who do you think you are that you think you're so pretty? You know what I mean? Like,
True.
And the next person isn't allowed access that they deserve.
True.
Who do you think you are?
I think it
But-
makes you have imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
But also in the same breath, it's a privilege, and every privilege must be respected
True.
as such, But it is a male-dominated industry, and because it's a male-dominated industry, we are prey to men. We have been prey to men,
Yes. That's true.
So why mustn't the prey eat? Eh?
It does suck because, like I'm saying, that it has.
No, men literally go to clubs and be
Yes.
like, yo, guys, you know what I mean?
I won't
You are prey to men, guys.
I won't
It
take an
sucks.
ace in.
No,
See?
but it
See,
sucks,
The
but
ace. Like
Oh.
just going to a club. No, what's
I
it
think
say?
Guya Ngawe also as a person would say, okay, you'll take advantage of your privilege, but to what extent
yeah.
are you going to do it?
Pretty privilege, you
Yeah.
get certain things that you're not gonna get if you're not pretty.
It's like saying umufuta kupha something and it's for free. Kude kwa mahali
I don't
emhlabeni.
even think it's like pretty privilege.
Kude
bruh.
mfo ya mahali.
Like I've seen what is pretty to you?
Fine women.
What is fine to you?
A woman who I find attractive, a woman who I see
Do you
is
know
my
that
type.
attraction is just a woman understanding how to like maneuver her femininity? Because what are you going to base it on? Bums?
That also contributes.
What else?
I'm not gonna lie.
What
The
else?
body contributes.
What else?
The language.
Language, okay.
Yeah.
You find that
And also how you carry yourself.
yeah,
as a
so
woman.
so any woman can be pretty, but the one who's mastered how to carry herself with like a certain feminine finesse to her, that is a pretty girl on any level.
Yeah, I do agree. I really do agree. Even though beauty is subjective, but like at the same time, that's confidence is one of the most attractive things in a woman. That I believe it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I know we in Africa right now are having a surge of colorism
Yes. we are.
defining beauty,
Yes.
right?
That is so
and
true.
it's like it's so widespread, and it's such a mindset that needs to be decolonized, because in actual fact, house nigga,
Yes.
this is what it was
That-
designed
that's
to
true.
do. In
That's
actual
true.
fact, it was designed to separate us, but we are one. There's
True.
no farm nigger and house nigger woman who can, you know what I mean? Like at
Still-
the end of the day,
They're still niggas.
still nigger.
It just reminded me of that Jay-Z song.
Love it
The
too
story
much.
of OJ is like,
Love it too
Yo.
much. Love it too much. But we have a surge of colorism allowing the creative space access right now. And it's not something that we're not seeing. We're definitely
True.
seeing it as Africans.
True.
I don't know if we do have the power to do something about it, because we are also going to subject our beautiful black babies to so much harm
true.
if we don't change our mindset.
That's true.
It means I can't give birth to that dark chocolate skin and have that beautiful black man or beautiful black woman think
And be
they
proud of
are
it.
highly amazing creatures.
That's true.
So we must change.
That's
We must
true.
change it. It is a colonial mindset that was left here when
And
they
still-
started hurting
still-
our black baby girls.
That is true.
Then, now what we're
Bleaching,
seeing,
not having your afro
Bleaching.
out, being
know.
thinner, being
What you guys think of
smaller.
PBLs?
Hmm?
What you guys think of PBLs?
You see what I'm talking about? Like it's a lot of these things where the concept of BBL is just the African body. Eh?
It
We are
is.
just trying to mimic the African body. You know what I mean? So now you want them to again try for a standard that they already are
Yeah.
to
True.
make sales in hospitals. No one should want to go to a hospital ever. You know what I mean? So
I
we
understand
must
that.
change our mindset. We
Because
must.
I also think body dysphoria is one of those things that we have as women. You want to
Especially
look
black
like
women.
yes, because of that colonial
Yeah.
construct that
Yeah.
we have, that
Yeah.
we need to have a certain standard of how we look to be more attractive,
Yeah.
especially to a certain type of people. You know, well, men specifically,
Yeah.
and a BBL really is just the way of the main structure of a black woman. You know, you even seeing black women do it now, which is it's kind of crazy. But I mean,
It is
I can't
what they are, though.
I can't judge people for
I
doing
get
what
it.
they
No,
want to
though,
do.
no, let the queens reign, though.
I get it.
Okay, let the queens reign, though. For me, honestly, truly, so long as someone is doing something they are comfortable with,
Yes.
and it has nothing to do with you crying at night because you feel inadequate,
yes.
right?
Yes, that's so true.
Girl,
Be comfortable.
girl,
Be
girl,
you.
you go get you. Okay, you go get you. Okay,
Yes.
but if it's going to haunt you and hurt you and it's hurting you and you feel it must be fixed because you are inadequate, you know, then there's a heaviness that you carry about
Yes.
the body with which this is just where you are now. But
True.
the person inside is not
There's
that
nothing.
person's all right. You
She's
know?
all right.
She's all right. That person shouldn't be
I understand
if
that.
affected so much that now you can't do other things. You can't be a
Can't do
creative.
this,
You
you
can't
do that.
you know, be a CEO or do all these other things because somehow you must find quick fixes. Like I'm marrying this old man billionaire because I need a BBL. You know what I mean?
You know, that's I was actually having a conversation on my way here. And I feel like what I tried to relate to the person was that social media and basically social media and the digital world has really changed how we see ourselves and how we even treat relationships, even when it comes to boundaries. Like you're saying that you want to now this young girl wants to get married to a billionaire just because she wants certain things to come to her freely.
Yeah.
It's something that I don't think will survive through what we're choking ourselves with.
Yeah.
You know.
And it hurts, man. It hurts. I mean, I don't mean you shouldn't get yourself a billionaire, girl. You go get yours, girl. But you know, integrity. Like it matters how you ground your spirit.
True.
You know, and integrity is hard to find. It's hard to
It's
find.
a skill you have to learn.
It's hard to harness. It's hard to stay with it. You know, you go to church and still have the least integrity in a room. You know, you'll be the most spiritual person, but still there are days where you slip and you fall and
True.
it just you lose your moral ways, you know. But that doesn't take away from who you are. Your mistakes don't define you.
It's true.
And why you do things and the why needs to matter to you
True.
and you alone. Like, why are you doing this?
Did you find yourself through all of this of being an MC, like your whole media portfolio, did you ever find yourself getting to a peak and then you just forget to carry the spiritual side of you?
I mean, I don't think so. I think, being a creative comes with a certain knowing. It's so weird, but you know what you know, and you know what you have to stand for, right? That's it. Finish and clap. But like I said, right, you will sometimes meet one friend who introduces you to 6 other friends who are just not where you should be.
Yes.
But that doesn't define you. You making bad decisions at some point, that's not who you are, girl.
Yeah. True.
So I want to encourage the girl child, especially because sometimes women have a way of making mistakes and then being defined by a mistake and then insisting that they need to wear it now. True. And never wanting to say, oh, okay, how do I fix this identity, because that's not who I am.
Yes, true.
So stay open to reimagining yourself. Think of yourself as a caterpillar. You are always ready to get in your cocoon and ready to do what? Become a new butterfly.
Yeah, that's
every
true.
Time.
We are shapeshifters.
Shapeshifting every time. With every year, actually. Like when you walk into your 20s, shapeshift.
True.
30s, shapeshift. 40s, hey,
40 expired.
No,
no, that's
Do you know,
that's
like,
not a healthy
Okay,
concept.
here's my thing. Can I say something? Women, okay, they don't have an expiry date, but they have a peak.
Ooh, for who? For you?
No.
No, you guys think so. Phela ninonke nini
Awusiyaqaba thina.
Oh, ninonke nini.
Tataba.
Nikena lokwanyalo, nisachazwa lokwanyalo longangani. Ne? But anathi, le mbili le lesiyakhona nathi. Phinde futhi sichaze nini, yabona? Uyabona mfowethu?
True.
So now you can't define a woman. Like, there is no shelf. Mama, there's no shelf. Whether you have 10 babies, you keep yourself together. Okay?
10.
You come back to yourself, right? Get that body back. Get that body back. Oh, no matter
We won.
15. No matter 15. Mina koko wami ngimkhanzana 15. Ne? Tala nkosi yami. You are the mother. You are the fountain of life.
True.
You keep doing it,
True.
girl.
True.
And then
That's true.
you come back. Don't forget yourself. You are not those kids. You're not that man's bodyguard for his home and his assets, and don't. You come back to yourself.
True.
You learn how to be in yourself in whatever shape-shifting phase you're in.
That you're in.
You know what I mean?
True.
If you're in your 30s and you're feeling like you're dirty 30, you better put on your dirty 30 thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if you're feeling like you're in your 40s and you're ready to just like, life is beginning again.
True. I think another thing that puts women down is also getting to that construct of saying, okay, I was at my peak at this time, and now I'm 40 or I'm 50 or heading for your 50s, and you realize that, you know what, I'm actually really done with this marriage, for example. You're so done with it. There's so much you've invested in it. And then when you come out of it, people are asking how. Oh my God, so you're blonde.
Boom, boom. Auntie got it back.
I feel like you need to always, like, as a woman, always try to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that, yes, maybe you don't want to have a man in your life. Maybe you do want to have a man in your life.
Yeah.
But now you're of priority. How will you take care of yourself and your children and what you've built if you don't focus on yourself, you know?
And you know what the most precious thing about it is? We have been living our lives from a perspective of what the patriarchy wants us to become.
True.
You know? Hayi phela umfati kufanele hlala ngentombi. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't be ratchet. Okay? Don't ungalahli, babes. But like, for real, own your being.
True.
It's not anyone. Le obituary, yabon, yakho. Akunamthiwa. I mean, even if that's the story that you want, or she was a mother and like a devoted wife. I mean, what about the other things?
True.
You know?
True.
She was a doctor. She saved lives. She hiked
She was
the Everest, went,
Yeah, true.
you know, decided Madison Square Garden was
True.
going to be full in the name of her name, you
True.
know, and she did that. And, you know,
Do you feel like the patriarchal society protected us, or it made us worse? It made us want to fight. Because, I mean, if you're looking at maybe 50 years back before this time,
yeah.
how do you feel about the society that those women were growing in? Because these are our mothers, these are our aunts, our aunties, all those things, you know? There's different roles that women play in our lives, but also the influence that they have on us as we're growing forward. Do you think it's healthy to still take the concepts of the patriarchal society and still put it into the 21st century, or we should just leave it behind? Because it's like saying, like in a relationship dynamic, some people believe in 50-50, some people believe in 100%, that the man should just provide in general.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Or-
believe in?
Wait, I'm coming to
Yes.
that one.
Okay.
But I don't want to lose it. Do you enjoy your right to vote?
Yes, I do.
Do you practice voting?
No, I'll be honest.
Do you enjoy the right to wear pants?
Yes, I do.
Do you enjoy the right to go to school?
Yes.
It's a good life, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's what we're fighting for.
Okay.
More of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
50-50. Kako kwako.
Akoko. Lona 15 obantwana.
Hamba ummixe khayini 50-50. Nebagithi sithanda sami. Yeah, lana sithi 100 100 of my contribution as a spirit and 100 of your contribution as a spirit who wants to build something that is going to grow.
Financial
If you are coming in to take care of the bills, that's your 100% daddy. Huh? You better be 100% daddy. Huh? Now, if you want to be 100% daddy, that's all right. Huh? That's what we want, 100% kind of nigga. Okay?
Yeah.
I feel that way.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh, come on
I
with
feel that
it. Word. You did
Yes.
work. You paid for work now. Stop. My man. Please.
Do you still have a question?
Please.
I wanna dive into your music career quick. You're one of the few people that I know who were actually doing it back then. I think as early as 2009, before World Cup.
Yeah.
So I wanna ask you, do you think there's hope?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying, do you think there's hope to local music being
like,
exported?
darling, look at you guys. You guys are a podcast. Look at you guys. Like, look at where we've come. You know, there was none of this when I started. There was no, like, free access to cameras and microphones and, you know. But we have more access now. We definitely, there's so much hope. We did not come this whole way to question hope. Hope got us here.
Yes.
Yeah. And we need to fight for more hope.
True.
More hope because we deserve more. Yeah.
Ngicela
besides-
ngingena nenzaba yesiyinqaba ne-claiming ground.
Yeah.
How did you find yourself there?
Lucian.
Lucian.
Lucian, he got signed first.
Okay.
He got signed first. And then we were at Hypnotic, I think. Not Hypnotic, I was singing the manga. Something basketball thing, like park.
Head count.
Yeah, head count. And I walked up to him and I was like, dog, I can hear you rap. Okay, I feel that. But I can sing.
Had you had sing before?
Well, not professionally,
Okay.
but like
Sonke.
choir. You know, I was the kid who was writing songs on every exercise book. You know, not like people's songs, funny enough, but composing. So I walked up to him and I started singing, And then he was like, oh, I'm going to introduce you to my producer. He introduced me to Mosaic, and that was how I got signed.
Okay, you get signed. What's the first song you recorded?
Imiyalo.
The first song you recorded was Imiyalo after getting
Yeah, that
signed.
was a good step.
I think we were done.
Yeah.
I think we were done in a week, right? Friday, I think the next week, I was performing at House on Fire. Lens was playing it on Monday.
Yeah. Because you also released your album at that time. The
Like,
same year.
then I had to DSTV catch up to Imiyalo that was now moving ahead of me.
Okay.
Who wrote the song?
All of us.
All
me,
you guys.
Courtesy, Mosaic, Tiami, Tias, Lucian.
That's a really big
They're
song,
all
though.
kind of just like
Best like shot that
accredited
way.
on the song.
It was a
Best like
team
shot
effort.
that
I don't know. I think for me, I put like a different meaning to it, because for me it felt like a message from my brothers that I needed to take to the sisters, you know, because I was the only woman, so I was just a vessel of a message, you know. Yeah.
So somebody said they didn't get their royalty. Is it true?
Who?
Ish, I can't mention it.
Or he must come here to me. He must come to me, and then me, I will point him to Sam and say, it is not our job
Yeah.
to do your admin.
It was Sam.
Your admin is your responsibility. You go and you register and find out what your name has there in the books of what you are.
I'm really shocked to know that it was your first song you ever recorded, and that was a lovely song. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, was it the first song? It was the first song on my album.
Yeah, on your album.
Yeah.
And
The
then
first song I ever recorded was then with Psycho, March 4th.
okay, let's talk about Kwaimani. How do you guys still think it's the biggest song in the country?
So we're contributing to like the different creatives. Lucian has March 4th. Singaba is working on their album. They just wanted to carry everyone because their album had everybody. Velemseni, Flo, Lando, the hip hop guys, you know, it had everyone. And then so Kwaimani was my contribution to that project.
And that became the hit song.
I mean, because you guys liked it so much, and I really do appreciate you guys because you grew me so much because of that song, and I really do appreciate it. Like, smagatse mkhulu.
You guys don't think of shooting a music video now?
Of doing what?
Of shooting a music video for it?
For what?
For Kwaimani.
You guys want to shoot a music video?
I mean,
Yes, say yes.
Why not?
That's
I mean,
because
we
you
can.
bring up something in
We
there.
can.
And then you
Me,
pull
my
back.
job now is to say yes.
Hey, but we can.
I mean, that would be amazing. You guys are doing great work. I'm so proud of you guys.
How was the performance in Luke 2024 as you came together?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I mean, it still humbles me, genuinely, how much affection we got for that one song. It still genuinely humbles me. Like, I guys are sending me, I'm saying now, but you know, if I don't sing it, the people's that sing it.
Yeah.
True.
And it's got nothing to do with me, and I love that. I love that so much because it just shows it's not about me. I'm just here as a vessel to make sure that people are all right.
What are your top 3 highlights in your music industry? I mean, your music experience as a singer.
Like my biggest stages,
Yes.
Bushfire, because seeing Ngaba and myself did Bushfire at some point, and we had like that trending picture, like they have it at the border.
Yes.
Yeah. That was really cool. I look good with my green hair. I liked it. I mean, I've performed for dignitaries as well, which
that's nice.
has been humbling, very, very humbling all the time. naloko ukuthi kubitwe wena nje. Like,
Macabange wena.
I don't know, like maybe I have like imposter syndrome, which keeps me so humble, you know, but I'll just be like, yo, okay. But performing with people I care about, and just like just that moment where you can feel like, oh shoot, you are blazing hot with the spirit right now. I love that. Even if it's my band, and I can feel like, look at this one, drummer's going crazy there, or like basses. I love that. And I'll just be like, okay, it powers me up as well. I love being, you know, taken by music and just entertaining and feeling like people are having a good time.
You were just telling me earlier about your friend who gave you a call today and asked you come back to studio, go back to studio. Do you feel like you're going to work on it? Or there's so many things that you're doing at this time that maybe you want to share as well? Things that could be distracting you, but in the...
You are so right. So I'm definitely going back to studio. The band and I starting after trade fair. Siangene studio, but I am also studying IT at IDM currently.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. But aren't you also the ambassador?
I'm also the ambassador. Yeah.
Shout out to
at IDM.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, I also do like a lot of their marketing collateral, like writing and, you know, advertisements.
You did say you did PR at GMI when it was back.
MGI, yeah, when it was MGI, and then I did business and accounting. I have to graduate for that this year, but like I don't know if I'm gonna do.
But it's nice to hear that you always you're trying to move forward, you know, investing in yourself.
You know, the thing that they don't tell you about being a creative is you love learning. I don't know a creative that doesn't love learning.
Yeah, true.
These are the people who will sit on YouTube and teach themselves.
That's true.
And you ask, like, who taught you how to play the keyboard? No, I'm self-taught. Who taught you how to shoot? No, I'm self-taught. Like, you can't be a creative
if you don't want to learn.
Genuinely, futhi you're trying to learn because you're trying to look good,
cool,
genuinely, there's just a certain level of curiosity about it, you know, about being a creative.
Yeah, true. No, I understand that. I'm just thinking about you going back into studio and being into that space again. And I know, like I said, you're on radio, you're also an MC for different events. And what message, what mental state are you at right now that you feel like you want to go into the studio with? Because obviously as a creative, you do really look into your emotional side. You can be very versatile, get something, just see something and then you write about it. But also your mental state and how you are emotionally. Are you at a space where you feel like you are going to lighten up the people that are listening to it? Or there's also a side of you that you feel like, you know what, I was back there, but this is how we're moving forward?
Girl, I'm tempted to answer this one or just like make it like a gimmick for when I actually drop the I don't know if I should just be like, you know, I think you need to wait and find out.
Okay.
But I think I'm excited about. So before I left Eswatini,
yes,
I think the girl I left as did not come back the same.
Yes.
When I was in Joburg, what I was doing then became, I need to create popular music quickly. We need a hit now.
Fast life now.
Yeah, like we need a hit now. So I left as an Afro soul singer and I came back as an Afro pop singer. You know, because there I was trading in music, you know. I think where I am now, I'm getting to love words again, and I just want to be in a space where I can explore that. And whether it's a fusion of who I was and who I became to become, you know, I think that is now the package that
you're coming with.
I'm trying to bring to the market.
Yes,
Yeah.
I understand. Because you also did mention your book, which I'm actually excited.
You know
'Cause
what?
I want to see what it's about. And
Genuinely dying to do something like that, because there's so many things that you need to have figured out to become a creative, you know, a successful creative.
True.
You know, and yeah, we need help.
We do need help. Would you advise any artist to have their own management or look into management, as in people that can manage them?
I mean, for me personally, understand your business, right? Understand your business, which means product placement, all of your P's, right?
Yes.
Understand that. Like, then it's going to tell you how big the team needs to be.
Okay.
When you know what you're putting into the market, then you will know what is required for what you're trying to put out into the market, right? If you don't have resources, you don't have resources. Sometimes you're going to have to learn to carry more than you bargain for. But that's the job. An entrepreneur will tell you this. Sometimes I had to go and do cold calls myself, right? So figure out what it is that you're trying to put out, design a strategy of how you're going to put it out, and then follow your strategy diligently.
Carefully.
Diligently.
Yeah.
Like, if Mondays are for calling 10 people to say we're getting 5 bookings there this weekend,
Yes.
you call, you have a person who's
True.
doing that,
True.
you know.
True.
It matters what it is you're trying to sell, like any business. You have to compartmentalize the fact that whether you are an MC or you are coming out as a book writer, an author, or you're coming out as a singer, or you're coming out as a painter, all of these hats require the same
Energy.
effort, which is you to understand the business and separate the person who is creating the product from the person who is managing the product.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also think that advice was also for
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 you?
me
Aw.
too. Thank you. But I think I also try to put the strategy in terms of what I'm trying to do, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't work out. You try to reach, you make those calls on a Monday, and you find out that okay, maybe got 2 bookings out of 4.
Yeah.
But it doesn't set me back
But
because
maybe you count those
yeah.
da.
Yes, you
Cross
do.
when you get to 5.
And if you're looking at it in a month's time, like, okay, this is how much I've done.
So for self-gratification as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I hope all the artists are listening out there on the advice. So there's so much advice that I feel like we can get from this conversation we've had. And I really am grateful that I've had the opportunity to meet you.
Yeah.
Very humble lady.
Me too.
Very humble lady.
It was
I'm
so
saying
nice.
humble.
So nice.
Oh.
I have a
What's
question
the
for you.
talent?
Is there anything that you ever tried out but it didn't work out, but you're glad you tried it?
I did.
What is
When I came back from Johannesburg, I was working alongside Big Dreams, and he was working for a company called Zinto.
Zito?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Zinto was like a beautiful warehouse friend. It was like a creative, you know, huh? It was so beautiful. Outside they had like promotional trucks, trucks, that can go take MTN anywhere, you know, in Africa. They had like a dance studio where these young creatives can come through and, you know, create dances for in-store promos or mall promotions. You know what I mean? They had Ngale, Big Dreams doing productions for radio, TV, film, songs, jingles, you know what I mean? So it was just like, for me, I wanted to build something like that. And
this side.
yeah, in Swaziland. So when I came back, I opened a company called Black Phoenix.
Black Phoenix.
Yeah. And it did not work out, girl, because apparently can't just start with the dream, okay?
Need to put in the work.
Can't just start with the dream, okay? So it didn't work out, and then I went on and I created Nomad Management, which is there now, but like doing more like administrative, stuff rather than the vision, because we have to start somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, answered. And then can we quickly talk about the DJ's Boo, the DJ's Boo feature? How did you find yourself with him?
I mean, like I did communicate. When I was in Joburg, I lived in studios.
Okay.
Like Shemson. And it's so funny how I was literally surrounded by so many studios. Down the road there was Maporisa. So I do have like a song or two in his archives somewhere. When you would go, I think, to the next estate, there was Oskido. I would like go and visit Oskido as well. My hub was with Mjali Fatebe and Robbie Malinga, which was in 4 Ways. So that was literally my life, was just moving around these different studios all the time. A guitarist, best friend of mine, Tseho Fatu, Tseho AMG, he plays with Questa now, would literally pick me up and go, let's go. Yeah, but any vocalist and now he's playing the guitar and I'm like, So that's the culture of Johannesburg. You're in different studios, and then sometimes you bump into the next big thing, sometimes you don't. So DJ Spo was the same. He had commissioned Borobi and Jalifa to help him source vocalists and instrumentalists for his work, and that's how I got to work with him.
That's really interesting. Like the way it's so fast in Joburg, you do find yourself in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Where it's a random Tuesday,
Yeah.
you're in studio and you just meet up with someone that you didn't expect to see.
Yeah.
Because also being a creative, you always need to be creating.
We need to do
It's
the
a
same
muscle.
thing here in
It's a
Swaziland.
muscle. Yeah.
It has
'Cause
to be like that.
I
Like,
actually wanted to ask you, what studios are you familiar with this side? Because obviously you did start this side,
girl, I
but
have
it's
a
not
home
the same.
studio now.
You have a home studio? Because I know that unless I'm the one Longati, but I don't know of that many studios, in the country.
That's true. Kunani-ke?
That's what it is.
I mean, I've worked with Subjams. Love working with him. Shem, he's such a creative babies. I was with Young Zesh and what's his name? Oh, I forgot his producer, but those guys were fun as well at some point. Aya City also has a home studio that I've, visited. But it's trickier because I have to work with a full band for my personal work.
Yeah, I get you.
And I love having the guys around. So when I work, it has to be like a more professional setup.
Yes,
So,
yes.
but I do have like a tiny little home studio for
Okay.
voiceovers, and because I do voiceover work as well.
Okay. Oh, that's really nice. Not that I don't want to know more, but I feel like there's a lot that you've covered.
Yeah, I have.
There's a lot that you've
I
covered.
was yapping on. You called the wrong one.
I feel like if you want to know more, there's a lot that you need to catch up on with Nomalungelo. And what's your Instagram handle, Facebook handle? Where can we
Instagram,
find
it
you?
is at Nomasong1. It's kind of at Nomasong 1 pretty much everywhere except Facebook, where it's my name,
Okay.
Nomalungelo. Nomalungelo Dladla if you want to do like my personal profile.
Okay.
But TikTok should be at Nomasong as well.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
How's your music career? How's your DJing career? Eh? Ngiyakuva. Sovalele yami sengivulale yakho.
Okay. So I'm doing my postgraduate,
Okay.
right, in management.
Okay.
So I'm working and also doing school at the same time.
Yeah.
So what I've been trying to focus on is setting up a rollout where I can have live recordings, because I can't do the every Saturday, Sunday, Friday type of setup.
Yeah.
But when I'm done, definitely I'm going back. I'm
Okay.
going back full on.
How
And,
long were you DJing? Before you-
So when I left Joburg last year, it was in July, end of July.
Yeah.
And beginning of July, I started my DJ course, which
Okay.
was basically 4 weeks.
Okay.
And then I had my certificates, came back home, because my contract also ended at UJFM.
Okay.
And then when I came back, I was in that frenzy of feeling like, no, something's going to call me back. I'm going to go back, because I'm so used to the fast life there.
Yeah.
You just step out on a Tuesday,
Yeah.
like I'm saying, you go to the club or you go to a certain event and you meet people that you can actually interview, people that you have something to bring to them, they can add value.
Yeah.
And then when I came this side, it was like, okay, now I need to come back home, ground myself, see who's there and see who I can network with.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to play at Club 83 that
Okay.
unfortunately closed down.
Yeah.
But because it's so close to home, I used to go there every Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
They gave me the opportunity to play for free, because you know, sometimes then there's like a little favor, but it wasn't really that set up. They were very friendly with me.
Yeah.
And basically from last year August,
I mean, I feel for DJs the most. Okay? I feel for the girl child in that space the most, because it's the nightlife.
yes,
You
it is.
know, it's
It
you know,
is.
it's got like events organizers, club owners that you need to
be middling,
know,
and also others are trying to
and
get
it's not necessarily them, it's just the culture of it,
all of it.
you know, it's the culture
Yes.
of all of it. But do you like doing it?
Yes, I actually really
Do you like
liking
doing
it.
music?
I used to do poetry
Yeah.
back in high school.
Ujikelezisa ingqondo yami. Hambisa amathambo ami. Ngikholele.
I write in English. Let me not even lie.
But like that's the kind of
Yes.
like DJing and poetry like setups that I imagine, you know. Yeah.
But
that
basically,
could work.
that's where I started.
That could work. That
think
could
about
be a
it.
thing, girl.
To think about it. But let me keep it short and brief. But
Yeah.
basically, last year, August, until beginning of this year, I think working with I'd say he's my not my manager, but we work together, because he's a guy, and working with other girls, not that I'm saying I shouldn't work with girls, it's just that there's that block that if I'm coming with a guy, he's going to be at the front of it all. And Sita, to avoid this thing of ngicela inombolo
Groping,
yakhe,
yeah.
ngicela what, oh, we can't pay you,
Yeah.
you know, that type of situation. Because if I'm working alone, there's very high chances, and if I'm new, very high chances of people trying to take
go through
advantage
that,
of
yeah.
me. So when I stopped playing at Club 83, we started doing more gigs, and basically it was more like payments or not, because I can't spend my time when I'm working and also still trying to figure out what is it, where's my direction exactly, and how to place myself in the industry in Swaziland. How am I going to handle it, you know? So I think my biggest supporter has been him, and my parents were not happy with the nightlife.
Yeah. My
So-
dad was never happy. You're not the only one, girl.
You see?
Keep going.
So I try to then, try to slow down a bit, maybe now have 2 gigs in a month. But I was almost booked every other weekend.
Yeah.
For a person who started the course in July, ended it towards the end of the month, I feel like I made quite a lot of money.
Are you still practicing?
No, that would be a lie. I don't have the time.
So you and I have an assignment now, girl.
Yes, we
Okay,
do.
you and I have
Yes,
an
we do.
assignment now.
But I feel like I'd rather educate myself first,
Yeah.
get that done,
Yeah.
because it's not like I don't have the skill.
Different hats.
So I can because I'm doing management, I also want to be able to be in control of what I'm doing and what
Different
my
hats.
brand is.
different
You
hats.
know, yes,
You remember the conversation we had,
definitely.
right?
Yes.
The one about all the compartments
Yes.
must be
The focus.
meant to.
True.
So, like, practice is you working on the product.
Yes.
You
Definitely.
also have a compartment now where you are preparing to be in business.
Yes.
So you're learning how management,
Yes.
right? So you're preparing to take this product to the market.
Yes.
So you must ready
That's what young
the
fools are.
product as well. Okay?
Yes, that is my main objective. That really
So you
is.
must ready the product as well.
True.
The authenticity of the product will determine how far you take it.
True.
It's going to boost your confidence as well.
Yes.
To say, oh, my thing is nice.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a nice
You
thing.
know, it's not about pretty
it's hard
privilege.
to
You
say-
must
yeah,
have the skill, you know.
It's hard to sell something that you don't believe in.
That's so
right?
true.
So you practicing is just going to be like you trying to advertise your own Louis Vuitton collaboration.
Yes.
Like you gotta be proud of it. Like, yeah, this is a small thing.
Facts.
Huh? A small thing, you know. So go into studio, practice.
All right. Thank you so much. That sounds like good
You and I,
advice.
same. What's up, girl? You call me, I call you. I say it's time, girl.
Yes. Are you okay? Are you keeping up? All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this episode with Nomalungelo Dladla. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friend. Share with anyone who you think actually needs this information. Thank you.
Yeah.